Hello, hello, everybody. This is Victor Brooks, and welcome back to the Victor Brooks Show Instagram Indie Fam series. How you doing, everybody? Oh man, I could not wait to get back in here with you this weekend. We are so excited. We have a fantastic lineup for you today, y'all. We have, starting us off today, we have Kiki Cubb coming out of Maine here today, y'all. And then later today, we're going to Oporto, Portugal with Helga Vizendo out of Oporto, Portugal. And then we have our buddy Rafael Batista, who will come at us at 3 p.m. today out of Los Angeles, California. But y'all come on in here. How you doing, Hero Arsham? Thank you. Rafael, my brother, we can't wait to see you today, man. We can't wait. Ladies and gentlemen, come back for that episode, please. Carioca de la Musica. Thank you for being here. Fernanda, my sister Fernanda. Oh, your episode. I cannot wait, my sister Fernanda Froes. Ladies and gentlemen, who will be joining us. My other sister, Familia de Brasileira. One of the most incredible bass players that I've had the opportunity to know in my life. So look for the promos when sister comes back for her episode. But today, ladies and gentlemen, we have Kiki Cubb, who's joining us, and follow her at Kiki Cubb Music, KIKICUBB Music, when she comes on today. But you know, we're going to hear of her incredible journey. When I see Kiki, you know how we do it. I welcome you on. I thank you for taking your time to join us when you come on, you know. And our biggest audience, ladies and gentlemen, as I say, is on the recorded episode. For those who are my brother, Ted Odell Robinson. Man, let me tell y'all something. You have people in your life that means something to the day you leave this existence. And Ted Odell Robinson and the incredible Robinson family. Much love and much respect to you, man. Much love and much respect. But you know, you all, when we come on here and we're able to showcase the artists, the Victor Brooks Show Instagram series, is where we focus on the artist and their journey. I don't care if you're a writer, if you're a musician, if you're a painter, whatever your artistic expression is, that's why we're here. We're here to showcase you. We're here to remind the public that real artistry hasn't gone anywhere. It's here. And it's always been here. It's always going to be here. We're not American Idol. We're not The Voice. We're not, that has its place. There are no judges here with cue cards. We're here to talk about you, the artist, and your artistic journey. We want to let the public know where to download, where to follow, where to support you and your artistry. So thank you again. Like I said, most of our audience is on our recorded. When they see the feed, it's now going around. We're up to over 1,200 independent artist family members around the world, ladies and gentlemen. And when they're able to, they know now that our episodes are on the feed. So if you're missing it live, and thank you all so much who are able to take your time and come see us live. We know how life is. It's not guaranteed you'll be able to join us live every time, but it's on the feed. And like I always say, I don't just leave them on the feed. We're now learning how to transfer these Instagram recordings and shoot them out to publishers, shoot them out to promoters, shoot them out to anyone who we can help, further expose this artist and their artistry around the world. And we're so happy every time. There are 2 collaborations that are going on right now. Artist out of Japan and one out of Chicago. This music is incredible. And they're doing it via internet, together. There has been I'm going to keep this one under the wraps. I'm not going to tell that one yet, but it's another exciting venture or collaboration that's happening. So, oh, I see our guest is here. Kiki Cubb is here, coming at us from Maine today. Maine here in USA. Let me see if I can get this, and we will. I'm so thankful for these artists that take their time to come on here and share. There she is, ladies and gentlemen. How are you, my friend?
I am good. I'm so excited.
Oh, we are too, Kiki. Ever since your promotion has gone up, your fans have been just overwhelming of support and love for you, Kiki.
Oh my God. I have the best fans.
And I know that here we have the people that are continuing to line up here. We have our people out of Brazil right now. The music corporation there in Brazil is lining up their members here. Our friend at Saint Denis, France, at 17 at 7, the jazz community there. She's our friend Astrid, who's been with us from the beginning. Some of her students have joined. She'll be on later. How you doing, girl?
I'm good. Actually, since I'll tell about me, I'm sure you'll ask about me, but right off the bat, people who don't know me and have never heard me, they're like, where the heck is that accent from? So I have to say, and I have to say to my friend from France, because I was born in France, here you
Mhm.
go, you have it. So I have to say bonjour, bienvenue.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So,
So
but
where are you coming from us live now?
I
Maine, right?
know that I have friends who were planning on watching this broadcast. So this is why. So
Wonderful, wonderful, Kiki. I see you're in Maine at the moment, right? In
yes,
Maine here in the U.S.
yes. I'm in Maine. I've lived here for quite a few years, and before that in Texas.
Okay.
Like I said, I was born in France where I spent my youth, and I moved to the state as a young adult. And yeah, that's it. So I have dual citizenship actually. I have French and American.
Gotcha, girl. And you are an incredible artist. I
Oh,
have to tell you, a lot of the times I'll go through Instagram and I have Instagram specifically I've started it to open my ears and eyes and so I can learn new artistry, whether it's a painter, it's a photographer or a musician. And so I'll scroll through looking for artists. And when I came across yours, it was very quick. I was scrolling through, but I heard your piano playing, and it drew me back to I said, "Let me hear. Wow, that was incredible. Let me go back to this." Um, Please tell us where your artistic journey started, Kiki.
so
How old were you? Where did it start? How
I
did it start?
so my mother, by the way, my mother passed away. I lost my mother to cancer a few years ago.
My
My
condolences.
mother was a trained, not a professional pianist, but she had proper training for years, and she was actually a very good classical player. And she decided that I should learn the piano. I have several siblings. Some of them, actually, I'm the only one with one of my other siblings who learned the piano. So at the age of 9, I learned the piano. I studied the piano from the age of 9 to 18. And one would say, oh my God, she must be so good at classical playing. Well, here's the deal. I
Uh-huh.
didn't go to musical school. I had a private tutor who was
Oh,
actually an organist in the church I attended.
okay.
And she was, at the time, she was like in her 80s. I don't know. I don't remember exactly, but when you're 9, the person seems to be old, old, old.
Got you. That's right. That's right. That's right.
But she was very rigorous and demanding on what I was supposed to do. But the problem with me is I didn't apply as much as I should have. So
Mhm.
as a classical pianist, I am very average. I should be much better. But
Okay.
very early on, I was always kind of messing up with the piano right from the get-go. And when I moved to the States, I didn't have a piano at first. And so I got a keyboard, actually. That's how I started. And I was messing around and composing for so long, and then what triggered what happened with my musical career that actually started 3 years ago is I went through a big trauma. And first of all, I have to explain to you this baby.
Please, please.
This Steinway baby, because it's related to the story. Sorry about that.
No, please.
I didn't have a piano for many, many years. I just had a keyboard. And I really wanted a piano because I was starting to compose seriously. And I got connected to a guy in Massachusetts who was looking like Santa Claus. I'm not kidding. Blue overall,
Gotcha.
beard this long,
Right.
amazing. And he had this warehouse where, I am not kidding, there must have been 200 pianos at least in that warehouse.
Wow.
All kind of piano, square piano, full-size piano, standing piano.
Yeah.
And then when I went there, I started messing around on several instruments. And in the corner of my eye, I always wanted kind of like, it's a B, it's a Steinway B. So it's not concert size, but it's just the one below. So in the corner of my eyes, I spotted this piano alone. There were lights on it. And I'm like, can I sit on that bench? And it was completely beat up outside. But when I put my hands on it, I'm like, this is it. This is it.
Wow.
This piano is 110 years old. It belonged to a lumber baron, who, I don't know if he was playing it or his wife was playing it, but all I know is it was in a mansion in Massachusetts. And when he passed away, his wife gave the piano to a school for the music student. And that's explained why it was all beat up, because they were standing, and rubbing the wood. So the outside was refurbished, but actually this piano has never been restrung, which is,
Really?
It's like an AC.
Wow.
It's supposed to be restrung every 50 years.
I got you.
And it has never been restrung. And actually, very little work has been made on it at some point. We will have to do some work. But so it is, I cherish my baby, but it is very demanding, and I have to tune it every month because it's quite stable.
You know what? That is an incredible story. And the fact that it's almost like maybe you were called to this particular piano. There's a phrase we had growing up in the music business here. It says, it's not the toys, it's the noise.
Yeah.
In other words, it's not not specifically what we're playing. It's what makes us feel, or how we feel when we're playing this instrument.
Yes.
Well, let me ask you this. When did you know in your life, Kiki, that artistry was your calling?
So you bring it to my story. So about 5 years ago, 6 years ago, people know that I went through trauma because it's in my bio on all the music platform, but I didn't explain to anyone what I went through. I went through a major trauma because I went through a fire. The house I was living in got destroyed by fire. And it is what's amazing about this piano. This piano was in a room that was that had been added to that house, and the fire didn't reach that room. It's almost like I had just had the piano a year before, something like that, a year and a half, maybe 2 years before. And I started composing like crazy. And when I was not even home when the fire happened.
Oh, wow.
When I learned about the fire and then came home, I was like, everything's going to be destroyed and blah, blah, blah. But no, the piano was sitting. I mean, there was whole part of the house completely destroyed.
Wow.
Roof was,
Wow.
I mean, water everywhere.
Yeah.
Piano was standing in its room like, I'm going to survive this. Like, I'm meant to stay with you. You're not going to get rid of me.
That's right.
And so the piano got in storage because he didn't have water damage, thank God, but he had a lot of soot damage.
Yes.
So it was stored for the duration for about 2.5 years, almost 3 years. It was clean and stored. I didn't touch that piano.
Wow.
And, you know, I had to deal with the trauma and the fire and
Yes.
life and everything. And when I got the piano back, I don't know to this day if it's my mother, wherever she is, mom,
yes.
wherever.
Right.
It's like I put my hands on the piano, and within a month, I had composed 5 pieces out of the blue, literally out of the blue. And I kept composing, didn't even know what to do with it. And a very, very close friend of mine, who is a professional violinist with a symphony orchestra that I go to, the concert, she said, "Oh, Kiki, you always tell me you compose this, you compose that. I've never heard it. I don't believe you. I'm going to come and listen to you." And so she came and she said, "Okay, go on the piano and play." And I played those compositions. And she actually said, "Kiki, you need to record that. People need to hear it." She was the fuel to my artistic engine. She just opened my eyes that there were possibilities, there was stuff that I could do with that music, and that's it. And within 3 months, I had about 10 compositions done, and she said, "I love your music, and I'm going to play violin. I want to be on your track." So we went to the recording studio, and she actually recorded 2 tracks. So, I mean, to this day, I keep telling her it's because of Sasha that I am where I am. I don't know if I would have made the jump. I mean, and then at that point, it became an urge to create. It's impossible to describe, you know, what's happening with it. As you know, the artistic creativity is different from one to another. For me, it's like I don't write my music, so it's all about the emotion and what I feel at a particular time. And sometimes I play every day. Of course, I go practice, and then all of a sudden I have little notes in my head. What do I do with that?
Yes.
And here you go.
Oh, Kiki, you know what, Kiki, just
composer. I don't see sheet music in front of me with the notes dancing, or you know, I see. Of course, I can read music, but it doesn't do anything for me. What does for me is what I hear in my head, or what's coming from here.
That's right.
And goes and is transferred to the piano. That's it.
Kiki, let me tell you something. I knew it. I could feel it. When I listened to your music, I said, I want to know her journey. And I want our audience to know her journey. One of the reasons I started this format is because when we're scrolling through and we can hear the music, we can see the videos, and we love the artistry that you and other artists give. But it's something about being able to listen to your stories right now and hear your inspirations. And because I have these when you tell your story, and things that are, you know, the goosebumps of things that are, you know, that I understand. Kiki, your journey is incredible, and your inspiration of artistry. Kiki, and I know you have some things planned to play for us today, but before you do, Kiki, please tell us what artistry, or the importance of artistry, means to you. Why is art so important to you?
It's everything. I think it's all come from I don't believe in luck. I believe things are happening for a reason. And for me, it's like, if God gave me the ability of compose, I got to share it, because for me, music can be many things. I mean, as you know, it goes from classical music to jazz to rap to folk to country. I mean, you name it. But for me, music is more than entertainment. It has this kind of music that I compose, to me, has a healing thing to it. And I do believe that, because I keep hearing it from people. I don't want to seem arrogant, by saying that.
No. I got you.
That's what I hear. There is, when it's a miracle as an artist and a composer, when you read people telling you, I forgot my pain or my worries, and you took me there. You took me to another world, and you made me forget. It's just unbelievable. Or you move me with your music. You touch my heart. That's everything. It's never going to be for me. It's never going to be about fame, fortune, whatever. It is not about that. It's about the connection with people on that level. Being able, if I ever do one thing right, then I've done my job as a composer. If I can, this is a conversation. I always say, music is conversation from heart to heart. And if I can convey what my emotion, if you feel something when you listen to my music, then I'm done. I've done my job. The rest is the rest. It's the main goal for me, is to have always that kind of connection with my audience.
Much respect, Kiki. Much respect. Kiki, play something for us, please. Yes. Could you give us something?
I hope I do okay. I'm a little nervous. But I need to explain. I could have picked any of my 23 composition, but I picked the first one, which is going to be, it is not the one that was last released. It's the one that will be released in May. I will set the date next week. And it's a story of the yin and the yang. And it's perfectly appropriate with what's happening with Ukraine. I may play another piece for you, another gift.
Please.
For you, the versatility for people who have never heard me, the versatility of what I compose. So this one, it's called From Darkness to Light.
Okay.
And you'll see what I mean by the battle of the yin, between the yin and the yang. There you go.
Yes, yes, yes. I must do this commercial. Ladies and gentlemen, Indie Fam and Positivity Posse who are watching now live, and for those of you who will be watching the recorded version, we have just experienced the Kiki Cubb experience of her artistry. And this is why I do this show, ladies and gentlemen. I want to bring to you these incredible artists, whether they're musicians, painters, poets. Today we have experienced Kiki Cubb and her artistry. You all, you are hearing her journey. Now you've heard her artistry. Follow her page. Go where you can download her music, where you can continue this support of what we have with Kiki today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Kiki, that was incredible. What's the name of that song again?
From Darkness to Light. And
where can we download? Can we download that now? Can we?
No, because it's going to be released in May. But
gotcha.
It's a very kind of emotional thing for me.
Yes.
That is leading to the next piece. Maybe I'll give you a snippet of it.
Yes.
Which I just composed this past few weeks because I was so overwhelmed with the feeling, heart-wrenching feeling of what's happening in Ukraine. And I said, what do I do with all that bottle up, all those bottle up emotions? I need to do something with it. And so one day, 2 weeks ago, I went on my piano. And then all of a sudden, sometimes it takes time, but that time within half an hour, half of it was composed in half an hour. And that one that I wrote thinking about Ukraine, I'm going to do something that I have never done before. It's full orchestration because I have sampled it to my producer and he said, you need to do orchestration. It is too powerful. And so we're gonna have strings, maybe percussion. We're discussing right now to what we're gonna do, but it's for sure it's going to have orchestration. So
you know what, Kiki, whatever your artistry output that you give to us, let me tell you, some of the comments that are coming on here is food for the soul. This is medicine for me today. We love you so much, Kiki. Thank you for the artistry. When you hear those things, Kiki, what does that mean to you?
It means the world. This is, as an artist, when you start a professional career, we're all the same. You want validation. So you think, I want validation from the professional. I want to hear what the record labels have to say about it. I want my music, and I'll tell you what my goal is with my music. I have a very specific goal, maybe different from other composer. But for me, it's the validation right there because it's all connected to what I said before. The music from heart to heart, the conversation from heart to heart. That's all I can give to people. And I want to give it, keep on giving it. I'm always, sometimes I go through the desert, the artistic desert. You know what it means? Like,
yes, I know.
And nothing is coming. And sometimes I remember last year, it lasted for 2 weeks. And people would say, are you nuts? You compose like, you expect to compose like an engine going and going.
Right.
And I went through the desert for 2 weeks, nothing was coming. And I'm like, oh my Lord, this is it. It's dried up. It's dried up. Nothing will come.
I know.
And I'm like, telling you, just let it be. Let it be. Wait, your mind cannot always create, So I went in a phase of practicing, polishing some older pieces. And then all of a sudden, inspiration came back. The artist, I think music doesn't lie. And if you create and you compose from your heart, people know it. People, when they listen to it, they'll hear it, they'll feel it. And to me, this is the most important thing. This is what I have to do with my music.
Come on now. You know what, Kiki, for the artists that are watching who are, I get a lot of emails from different artists. They say, some from who have other jobs to survive in the
Right,
world, but they're artists, and they say, I when I come home, I can close the door and I'll pick up my guitar or I'll sit down at my piano or I'll start writing words of poetry on something, an artistic expression that brings them back to who they are.
right.
But and then they also say, but I want to do more with my art. I feel frustrated. I'm so much more than the 9 to 5 job. What advice can you give these artists who are watching and listening to you right now?
I'd say never give up. Never give up. If at some point people will know more about my story, there's more to tell that I'm not ready to say to
I
say
got you. I got you. Yeah.
but when you know deep in your gut and your heart that's what you're meant to do, you I know it's difficult. It's difficult for all of us. It's a very, very difficult business to be in. It's very difficult to make money off of music. It's very difficult to be heard by the right people, to have doors open. But what an artist needs to do who starts, I would say this: you need to put the stone. It's like a puzzle, a big puzzle. You need to do your work. It's not only being creative. You need to do your research. You always need to learn about the business because, as you know, it's a business. So a lot of artists, it's like the brain. It's like 2/3 of the brain is I want to
That's
create.
right.
I don't care
That's
about
right.
you.
That's
But
right.
if you want to reach more people, if you want your music to get out there, there is a whole, as you know, there is a whole, it's an industry, it's a business. There is a whole other side of that. So when you start, it's overwhelming. It's overwhelming because you don't know what to do. And I think I was told many times, I'm still told the same thing today. What I would say the best advice is follow your gut, create, and start building your brand. You need to figure out who you are as an artist so you can develop your brand. Otherwise, you lost in a shuffle.
That's
Don't you
right.
agree with that?
I totally agree 100%. Everything and Kiki, this is why what you're giving today we call gems. It's a gems, meaning that you're speaking as a person who's doing it, has done it, is doing it, and has made the commitment to continue to do it. And like you just said, whether you want to or not, this is something you feel you have to do. You have to do
Yes.
this. And with doing this, Kiki, oh my God, Kiki, so much is going through my head. There's no way we can do a Kiki episode in 1 hour. It's no way. You I mean, between the music that you're giving us, between your experience, your journey, and your mission of what you want to do, Kiki, your artistry is incredible. More than just what you play, it's who you are. It's what you are. It's what you want to bring the world, Kiki. You're a gift to what we need. Like so much, there's been about 4 people who said that on the line already, on this lineup. And it's something that we just are so thankful that you came and have given to us today. Can you play something else for
So
us?
I'll give you a
What
small.
you get?
I can make it without blunder because it's pretty new. I want to play that piece that I created for inspired by what's going on in Ukraine. So
Okay.
I want you're gonna hear half of it, but the section A and B, basically what that piece is all about. I want you to imagine at the beginning the story of Ukraine before the war. All is normal. The kids are playing on the playground. Life is good. And then turmoil is brewing. And then the kids are asking their parents what's going on. And then you're going to hear drama because it's a bombing that's falling on Ukraine, and then at the end, the return to peace. Because I believe deep in my heart, there Ukraine will be whole again, and Ukraine will be at peace again. So let's try to do that. It's very emotional. I'm very emotional when I do that. I played it all.
Everybody who's had the opportunity who just experienced what I just experienced at this moment through Kiki Cubb's most recent piece that she just played for us. You all, this is why we do what we do. We're artists. We know this feeling that we just shared right now with Kiki and her artistry. It's something that sometimes you don't have a word for. You can't verbalize, but you can feel it. And everything that we felt while Kiki was playing her artistry now, y'all, this is why you've got to follow her page. You've got to follow any other artist's page that and get into where you can download, know where you can continue this experience from this artist that you just had the opportunity to hear. Like we just heard Kiki's journey today. We heard her all the way from France to 9 years old through the incredible story of the 100-year-old piano and the devastation that she experienced, but then the internal hope that Kiki said, I cannot stop. I must keep going. And what we just heard today, y'all, much respect to each and every one of you fellow artists. Kiki, you touched us today. Thank you. Thank you so much for your artistry, Kiki. Thank you
so much.
Is there anything you'd like to tell your fans or your new friends here, your indie fam, and your positivity posse is what we call ourselves? Anything you'd like to say before you go?
If you only move even a little bit by what you heard, please go. I'm everywhere. I'm on Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, Pandora, you name it, and click the heart, the follow button, because this is, people don't realize this is the best gift they can give to you if they love your music, because the professional in the business and the record label, they pay attention to that. They want to see that you have traction with people, that people are repeat customer, they love what you do, and they follow you. I have actually almost 70,000 followers now on Facebook. So you know what, I'm so humble to this day, because I have people who follow me since the beginning. And in this world, when you have so much to choose from, it's a miracle to me that I have people who lots of people come and go, but I have people who have followed me forever, and they're still around and they still support me. It means the world to me. I tell my follower all the time on Instagram and on Facebook that I'm so moved by their support, and it means the world to me. It truly does. This is why I do what I do, to give people the only thing I can give, my music.
Oh, and you gave it to us today, Kiki. You gave it to us today. And people, and ladies and gentlemen, so we just heard Spotify, Pandora, all of the download outlets.
And YouTube.
And YouTube. So you have a YouTube channel as well?
Oh yes, I have 11 million views. So it's a little kept secret. So actually, I'm extremely excited because Monday, I'm gonna put out. I'm a little late in the video. I did a composition, very dramatic one. I think it was released in September, called Savage Sea, and it's about sea crashing on the rock. I mean, you can hear that when you hear the music. And I said, I've got to do a video for that. I had planned a big thing with a lobster boat and everything this summer with a videographer that I've used before for The Wanderer, and he couldn't make it. So I had plan B. And so plan B, I had a team work on making a video, when I'm not actually, you don't see me play. But it is so beautiful. Those clips with my music is just wait and see. Monday it'll be out. It'll be out on YouTube, and I'm so excited because they did a great job putting that video together for me. So
Kiki, would you please let us know anytime you have a new release, a video, of music, of a project? Could you please let us know, because we would love to support anything you're doing, you now have a new this is the Indie Fam and the Positivity Posse, and we're proud that you are our new family member. For what we're doing, you all. Hey, everybody. Thank you once again. First of all, much respect to you and your artistry, Kiki. Thank you for your time today. And
Thanks.
yeah, and ladies and gentlemen, please let your, like Kiki just said, this is important to us as artists. If you, in this episode with Kiki, I know so many of you were touched and enthralled, just like I was. Share this episode, like this episode, let others know that they need to come and watch this episode, but send it out to as many people as you can, because that's what it's all about. Kiki, merci beaucoup. Merci beaucoup,
Ah,
mademoiselle.
enchanté. Mon plaisir. C'était mon
Oh.
plaisir.
And we'll see you. We'll be in touch. And thank you again, girl.
Thanks a
Talk
lot.
to you.
Thanks everybody for watching.
Yes. Oh, wow, y'all. That's why we do what we do, you all. You know, we're artists. And when we can have this format like this to come together and experience each other's artistry. Like I said, this is not a competition format. It has, you know, competition can be a good thing. It has its place, but right here, we come together to support each other, to learn from each other, to encourage each other. Well, support, like I just said, you know. But this is the Indie Fam series, and this is where the Positivity Posse meets. And you all who take your time to come on here when you're able. I mean, Sundays is our day off. It's not easy for you to join us live, but you can see us on the recorded. It's always going to be on the feed. I love you. Much love and much respect to each and every artist out here that's doing your artistic expression, no matter what it is. Thank you for coming here today and experiencing the music and artistry and hearing the journey of Kiki Cubb today. Follow her on Instagram at Kiki, KIKI.CUBB music. Kiki Cubb music here on Instagram. Download her on all the major formats. If you were touched today right here, like the rest of us, if something spoke to you today in word or in song, keep on keeping on, y'all, and come on back and get some of this positivity on you. Take a bath in it. Take a shower in it. Scuba dive in it. Skinny dip in it if you want to. Just jump in that pool of positivity. And when you come out, sprinkle it on as many people as you can, because that's what it's all about. And we'll see you in just a few minutes for the next episode of the Victor Brooks Show Indie Fam series. Right on, y'all.